Hi, everyone. This is Tia Bottom with Time Marker Photography and Legacy Living with Tia. I have an amazing Facebook group for women called Empowering Time Markers, where I do weekly interviews with women of value. And this week, I have the beautiful Kathy.todryk. She's a health and wellness coach. She is in Texas right now. She is also a PDP sister, and she's absolutely beautiful. We
Aw.
almost didn't get this off because we had a little snafu in the bathroom. Would you like to tell us about that?
Oh my gosh. Well, I got off of another meeting this morning, and I was in my bathroom actually changing my shirt, and I heard this water running in the bedroom, and water does not usually run in your bedroom, as you all know. And so I look in there, and through the light fixture, there is water pouring down onto our floor. And so one is going here and one is squirting off over here. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I ran upstairs. Our son stayed with us last night to find, and so I see there's water all over the bathroom floor, not overflowing from the toilet, but just all. So anyway, we have a plumber coming now, but this was 7 minutes before my appointment with you. And so here we go.
I mean,
I'm not stressed.
You're handling it completely wonderfully with grace, and that's what I love about you. I had no idea until you said it, like you did not seem frantic at all. So thank you for being here with us.
Oh, it's my
Tell us a
pleasure.
little bit about you and your business.
Well, I am a wife of 40 years, married to my husband, Mike, and we have 5 kids together and 9 grandchildren. And we, about 7 years ago, we moved from up north. We lived in northern Illinois, and we moved to Texas. We followed those kids and grandkids. And so we moved here to be retired. And we thought that that was going to be our role. I love my grandkids. They're just the joy. And so we moved here for that reason. And I never intended to start a business and had no idea what health coaching even was.
Right.
So, but my husband and I have always been into fitness. We were running fanatics. So we met on a running track, and we figured that we could eat anything we wanted as long as we were running enough. You know,
Right.
You know anybody like that? They exercise to excess just to counteract their bad eating habits. And that was us. We did not have a true grasp of what nutrition was at all, but we just had all the exercise down. So people would often ask us, oh, tell us what you do for a workout, or tell us, what you guys eat. And we had nothing to offer them except exercise like a fool. And most people don't want to hear that. So anyway, so we moved to Texas, and so through the years, the exercise activity had slowed down a little bit because we couldn't keep up that pace anymore. Reality was setting in. And so my husband, his waistline was expanding to the point where he was going to literally have to get all new clothes. I was able to hide mine a little bit better because I just had the muffin top that was hanging a little too far over my pants, and my thighs were rubbing together pretty good, but I could hide it with clothes. So on the inside, I felt uncomfortable with myself, but I was able to hide mine a little bit more, so it wasn't quite as troubling. But so in that process, we moved to Texas, and my husband went to the doctor to establish a new physician. And he came home from that appointment and said, well, my cholesterol is high. He doesn't like that I'm taking acid reflux medicine every day. My blood sugar is a little wacky. And he just kind of gave him a laundry list of things that he didn't like and said, I think if you lost some of that weight, some of those things would change. So I said, well, okay, what did he tell you to do? And he said, well, you didn't tell me how to do it. I guess I have to work out more. So I kind of knew how that was going to end because he was already working out 3 or 4 days a week, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And so he tried that for about a week, and all it did was make them more starving and
Mhm.
a little cranky, actually.
Right.
So, so
Good times.
so we just happened to be on Facebook one night, and we saw a picture of an old friend who had been a former pastor up north that we had known. And my husband says, "Wow, there's Pastor Dan, but who's that guy next to him?" And it was one of those before and after pictures, and Pastor Dan had lost 80 pounds.
Yeah.
And he was not recognizable. And my husband said, "I am calling him. I'm finding out what he did."
Right.
So basically, Pastor Dan was now a health coach, and he coached my husband through this program that was, it was, it, it was amazing because well, actually, let me be honest. I rolled my eyes when he went on this because I thought, we can do this on our own. We can eat organic. We can do all the right things. I mean, we weren't doing it, but in my mind, I thought we could. So anyway, he started on the program, and then after a couple of weeks, I just started to be so impressed with how much energy he had. He was sleeping better. He stopped taking that acid reflux medicine. He was moving the notch on his belt already. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute here. You're not going to get skinny, or what I thought was going to be skinny, and you're going to leave me like this. So I'm jumping on the program too. So I did that. And the same thing. I honestly I didn't know that I didn't feel good until I started to feel better.
Right.
I had this brain fog that lifted. I didn't even know I had that. I just thought that this is how you're supposed to feel when you're my age.
Right.
And so I had kind of convinced myself of that.
Right.
And so as I started to feel better, I thought back of all the people through our life who would always ask us, tell me what you do for a workout, or tell me what you guys eat, and started to kind of just think about those people and contacted them and sent them to Pastor Dan. Right. Because he's got the answer. He's got this for you. He's going to help you. And I felt so good about referring them to him. And after about the fifth person that I sent to him, he called me and said, "Kathy, these people are not going to call me. They don't have a relationship with me. They have a relationship with you. You really need to think about being a coach. I think you'd be great." And honestly, it kind of went in one ear and out the other, because I moved here to be grandma. Right. I did not move here to start a business. But I just know that God just worked on my heart for a while, and I started to think about those people more, and I started to just feel like maybe if I did this, and those people would actually get the help they needed, that they've been struggling for 20 years and haven't found a solution. Maybe they would do this and get healthy and have a different life if I decided to walk alongside them. So honestly, that's why I started doing what I'm doing. And one of the best decisions I've ever made. I didn't realize how much I would love it, how it would give me such a feeling of purpose and meaning, and just and the income, which, hey, it never hurts to have a little extra of that.
Nice bonus perk.
Plus, yes, plus those kids that I talked about that live here in Texas, when we moved here, I had expectations of how much time we were going to spend with them, because they were going to come over every Friday night, and we'll have pizza and game night, and then every Sunday they'd come over after church and we'd have dinner and hang out. Well, we quickly realized that our kids had a life that didn't involve us. I was crushed by that, but then again, when I started this, it gave me just a much more of a feeling of this is also my purpose, not just being grandma. I love being grandma, but that, alongside of this, it's a perfect fit. So
you're multi-dimensional. You can do.
I can do all the things.
Right.
Yeah.
And be great at it. Right.
Yeah.
So, so is running still your favorite exercise?
No, I don't run anymore. I had a hip replacement
Okay.
in 2012. I had worn my right hip out running. Yeah. And so no, when I had that hip replacement done, part of the therapy that I did involved a lot of movements that my therapist recommended that I find a bar class. He said that would just kind of continue giving you that range of motion that you're looking for back in your hip. So I did that. This was up in Illinois, and I found a bar class up there. And then when we decided to move to Texas, that was one of the first things I looked for.
Yeah.
A church, a Bible study, and a bar class. Those are the three things I researched and found one. So I started in doing that as soon as we moved.
That's amazing.
And I've been there ever since. Actually, I work there part-time too, just at the front desk, just to, just one night a week. So,
but see, look, you do all of the things. I think that you follow your heart, like wherever your heart is, you like pour your whole self into it. And that's what I really admire about you. And your grandbabies are very lucky to have you. So, excuse me. I know your anniversary is coming up. So is that 41 years?
It'll be 41. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
41 years. Yeah.
So tell me something cool about your husband or your relationship.
Oh, wow.
One of your favorite things.
Oh, what we like to do together. Well, so running used to be the thing that we used to do together all the time. And then what's kind of funny is that when COVID started and we couldn't, so for several years, I was going to my bar classes and he was going to the gym and pumping iron and doing his thing. But when COVID started, I was doing live stream bar classes at home, and he was like, oh, I'd kind of like to try that. And now he loves it. It's a great compliment to the other things that he does, and it gets him into those deeper muscles that most guys never get into. And he finds it challenging and enjoys it. He would never probably go to a class in a studio, right? But doing the live stream, sometimes he'll do it. He'll ask me to set it up for him because I'm not doing it that day or something, and he'll do it by himself. So I mean, that's pretty cool. But we like to visit wineries. We like to travel if we can. Our last trip was to Ireland, and that was one thing that was on his bucket list. And so when I started my business, I had on my vision board that I was going to take him to Ireland when I could pay for it and not put anything on a credit card. And so we did that 2 years ago. And now we're planning another trip to hopefully in November, we're supposed to go on a European river cruise. And I think it's like called the Christmas market cruise or something, so they stop at all these little European towns where they have Christmas markets.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so I'm excited. He loves shopping. He's one of those guys who loves to shop. Right. So I never have to drag him to do that. So I feel pretty blessed by that. But I think, one thing, we're just still best friends.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And I'm like, oh, I love your friendship. Like there's just like that friendship. I think that's wonderful that you have that. And bless you both. I love that. So what do you miss most about living up north?
Probably the season change. Even though I mean, I like this much winter where, it snows on Christmas Eve and then on the day after Christmas, it's gone. Right. That's how much snow I want. But I do like that change of the leaves and then the spring when things are sprouting, which we still get here in Texas. but you know, the leaves don't turn here until probably closer to Thanksgiving, and and so
Really
it's
quick.
it's a little different, but we still do get seasons here, but I do miss the
change.
all the change.
Yeah.
The
How was that snowstorm for you?
it, you know what, we were very blessed. We never lost our power.
Oh my God.
I know. I almost hate to say that because so many people had no power for like almost a week, and they're still struggling with the damage from the water and all the things. We didn't have hot water for about 5 days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
I
meant
think it
I was,
affected everyone down there.
yeah,
Texas is not set up for that kind of event
no,
at all. So
no, the
I'm glad
houses,
that you're here, and you know, you had minimal damage and things that you had to go through. So I'm glad that that was at a minimal for you.
yeah.
All right, let me think. So you told me about how you got started, and it's a wonderful story. I love getting to know you. Is there anything else coming up that you want everybody to know?
Hmm.
Besides your live in the group, we are going to do a live.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I'm going to do live in the group. I'm just going to talk about why I believe that everybody, at some point, everybody wants to level up in some area of their life, and especially in their health, and why they need a coach.
Right.
Why a coach is just kind of a important component of leveling up.
Yeah, there's definitely benefits to having a coach, right? Just like
Yeah.
any team or anything, like they have a coach for a reason. So I love that
Yeah.
it's expanding into other life areas to have people like you and myself. I do it in a different realm, but like in the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. I will have the links down below for that. And you offer a free consultation if they want to reach out to you. I will have your links down below for that as
Okay.
well.
All right.
I just want to thank you so much for doing this with me and visiting with me. You are you're a joy and you're graceful, and I love your energy. You're a wonderful person. So thank you for being with me today.
Thank you, Tia. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I would say the same exact thing to you. So thank you.
Thank you.
This has been an honor.
Good. For everyone else, make sure you check the links down below. There's free consultations with me and with Kathy, and all of our social medias. Make sure you follow us and join the Empowering Time Markers group. So thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.